Do not carry your pain alone when there are people willing to help you heal. Life can become overwhelming at times. There are moments when the weight of sadness, disappointment, and fear becomes too heavy to hide behind forced smiles and quiet sighs. Many people suffer in silence, convincing themselves that they must face every battle alone. But true strength is not pretending to be okay. It is allowing yourself to be supported when life becomes difficult. Never let anger, pain, or painful memories consume your entire future. Holding on to bitterness may feel easier at first, but eventually it only deepens the wounds inside your heart. Healing begins when you decide to release the past and give yourself permission to breathe, recover, and move forward again. It is also important to remember that there are people who genuinely care about your well-being. The right people will not judge your struggles or abandon you during your darkest moments. Instead, they become your source of comfort, encouragement, and protection when the world feels cruel and exhausting. Having someone beside you during hard times can remind you that you are never truly alone. At the same time, you must also become your own source of strength. Support from others matters, but healing also requires choosing yourself every day. Stand up again after every hardship, even if it takes time. Your pain does not define your future, and your past does not erase your worth. So when life feels harsh and your heart feels tired, do not lose hope. Allow yourself to rest, accept love and support, and remember that you are stronger than the battles you are facing right now. Believe in your potential even when the world refuses to see it. There will always be people who underestimate your dreams, criticize your passion, or tell you to stay inside the limits they created for you. Some will laugh at your ambitions because they cannot imagine you becoming greater than the version of you they first met. But never let other people's doubts become the boundaries of your future. Success rarely begins with recognition. Most successful people start as outsiders, misfits, or individuals who simply refuse to give up despite rejection and criticism. The journey toward achieving something meaningful often requires years of hard work, patience, sacrifice, and self-belief long before anyone notices your progress. What matters most is your willingness to continue even when nobody is applauding you yet. At the same time, ambition should be fueled by purpose, not just fame or money. Recognition and success may come, but they should never become the only reasons you keep moving forward. Real fulfillment comes from growth, passion, and the determination to improve yourself every single day. The goal is not simply to prove people wrong. It is to prove to yourself that you are capable of becoming more than your fears and limitations. Do not be ashamed of wanting a bigger life. There is nothing wrong with dreaming beyond your current circumstances. The people who change their lives are often the same people who dare to imagine possibilities others considered impossible. And when success finally arrives, stay grounded. Remember the struggles, the failures, and the moments when no one believed in you. Those experiences are what built your strength and character. Fame may fade, trends may change, and applause may disappear. But discipline, resilience, and passion are what create lasting impact. So keep working quietly, keep improving your craft, and keep chasing your vision. One day, the same people who overlooked you may finally remember your name. Not because you asked them to, but because your perseverance made you impossible to ignore. Learn to love deeply without losing yourself completely in another person. Love can make someone feel like peace, comfort, and home all at once. There are people whose presence calms our minds, brightens our darkest days, and gives meaning to our dreams. But when that person leaves, the pain can feel unbearable, as if a part of your soul has been taken away. Heartbreak often leaves us searching for answers, wondering where things went wrong and why someone we treasured chose to walk away. It is natural to hope for forgiveness, reconciliation, or another chance. Love teaches us vulnerability, and with vulnerability comes the risk of pain. However, it is important to understand that not every relationship can be repaired simply by holding on tighter. Sometimes, despite our love and efforts, people still choose different paths. Accepting this truth is one of the hardest but most necessary parts of emotional growth. Do not allow yourself to become completely lost in someone else's absence. Missing a person is human, but your life should not stop because they are no longer beside you. You were a complete person before them, and you can still rebuild yourself after them. Healing begins when you stop defining your worth by who stayed or who left. At the same time, learn from the pain instead of becoming bitter because of it. Relationships teach us lessons about trust, appreciation, communication, and emotional strength. Even broken love stories can shape us into wiser and more compassionate people if we allow ourselves to grow from the experience. So if your heart is hurting right now, give yourself time to grieve, reflect, and heal. Some people may remain in your memories forever, but that does not mean your future happiness disappeared with them. One day, you will realize that even after heartbreak, life still continues, and so will you. Allow yourself to enjoy the present moment without constantly worrying about everything else. Life can become exhausting when we spend all our time thinking about responsibilities, problems, and uncertainties about the future. Sometimes, we become so focused on stress and expectations that we forget how important it is to simply live, connect, and enjoy the people and moments in front of us. Happiness is not always found in grand achievements. Sometimes it exists in music, laughter, genuine company, and unforgettable nights shared with the right people. There is nothing wrong with letting go for a while and allowing yourself to feel joy. Music, love, and meaningful moments have a way of healing tired hearts and helping us reconnect with ourselves. When you are surrounded by people who make you feel alive, appreciated, and understood, even ordinary moments can become memories you carry for years. At the same time, living in the moment should never mean losing control of your values or forgetting your responsibilities. Enjoy life, but do so wisely. Real happiness is not about escaping reality completely. It is about finding balance between enjoying the present and protecting your future. Some moments are meant to be spontaneous and exciting, but they should still come from sincerity, respect, and genuine connection. Do not let fear stop you from expressing how you feel. Many beautiful experiences are missed because people are too afraid to dance, speak honestly, take chances, or simply enjoy themselves without overthinking. Confidence grows when you allow yourself to be present instead of constantly worrying about judgment or outcomes. So whenever life feels overwhelming, give yourself permission to breathe, laugh, and create memories with the people who matter to you. The future is important, but so is learning how to appreciate the beauty of the moment you are living right now. Be patient with love, because the right person often arrives when you least expect them. There are moments in life when we feel incomplete, as if something important is still missing from our hearts. We search for connection, comfort, and someone who truly understands us. Sometimes, the waiting feels endless, and we begin to wonder if the kind of love we dream about will ever come. But life has a beautiful way of surprising us when we are least prepared. The most meaningful relationships are often the ones that happen naturally. Genuine love does not always arrive with grand announcements or perfect timing. Sometimes it begins with a simple conversation, a shared glance, or an unexpected meeting that slowly changes your entire world. The right person can bring peace to your restless mind and happiness to places in your heart that once felt empty. At the same time, love should not only be about finding happiness in another person. It should also inspire growth, trust, and commitment. A healthy relationship is built on consistency, understanding, and the willingness to stay through both joyful and difficult moments. Real love is not just about the excitement of finding someone. It is about choosing each other every day afterward. Do not rush love out of loneliness or desperation. Some people force relationships because they are afraid of being alone. But genuine connection cannot be rushed. The right relationship will not leave you constantly questioning your worth or begging for attention. Instead, it will bring comfort, security, and a sense of belonging that feels sincere and lasting. So, while waiting for the right person, continue growing into the best version of yourself. And when love finally finds you, cherish it with honesty, patience, and gratitude. The most beautiful relationships are not built overnight. They are nurtured through time, trust, and genuine care for one another.